All right, fantastic. And I am Wakwaba. Now, I just wish, say, yeti a guamu, no. Give can't assemble a copy. How are Manchester United near Mankuye? Yeah, what Tottenham for? Tottenham for Omni fans. And Tottenham fans, cheers. Or have a guess, no be a Kitanede. And at cheers. And Tottenham for more any fans, but yeah, Boamo, I'm on my Germany. And of course, on this show, it was predicted, say for United. But now United for Women Vogo. That's one fat. Then by Tottenham for Munkwaso. Tottenham for Munkwaso. Yeah. And I mean, what? Can I say United for Chiliso, but Menka. Because, yes, I'm Wakwaba. Yes, inside the game live on a favorite channel. Kejuana Kasani, Eric Asidu Buedi, and Nesso, and Samuel. The Europa League final, Obiang on the last. I got a conference league. Chelsea Betis. Because I game anymore. Because I game anymore. The battle for the top 5 is still on our England. Arsenal is on what 10 hoko. You see, Yanomo Akano. City is also third hono. Well, yeah. Name we have a cobune. Sans some woman on a pie, the Honson Beba party and the but it feels on some cacao how. Aye, but before I ever feel me put him a guest on the spot. Oh, one question me about the young man can on TV. Who's the answer to Koglu one or your manager the Tottenham? Or say so better some years our league in qualify for the Champions League here. Open this year. Only one what you messing for. So Barina or found say Abesia Kono. Ed chance of a tossum years and you're more prevo. The Nipa 5 will be a prebatos of 3 and 4 and 7 we. Tipayewi, Abe Faha, Masia Kojibesia Fa. Maza! A particular one. Now, over PM will feel so. Now, one thing, a bit more commended the Ghana Football Association were home. And he said, a male football, dear Nana. Mr. Ketokreku Nechidom, my idea. Now, no, the Women's Football Festival at Basso, University of Ghana Stadium, even in the rains, the FA Cup and in the league. Now, police for IGP. Now, Mama dena yakono. Nana champ on the ball on you. Mama na yakono midway. Ubido boys and super. Send a police for the buy money for IGP didn't win gym. No, it was beautiful. So nice and the ball was on that fair. Yapoma baso papa. Ma bibia koye papa anya some get so. How you bet me I leverage on young women football. Oko Jamaica. One of the women say Borno, one on Yadi. Into us neighbors. Americano. They say, Benjet to say, you're born and find ticket and fair whom shall my board ye. Maybe I can't go and you work up way. Maybe we are trying to do so many things at the same time. Maybe I be another my board to say, had you. And I want to say, where my Africa woman must say, just that they do the idea. And it matters most now, animal who are now Boyaji. And then I had you a party at the area. And also want some na yaka war and there is something happening in Italy. It's Obia when the last aka Italy for no. Obia when the last Italy for no Juanaka. Chese. Internet now no boy we draw no we actually draw so no much. Napoli diano draw so tia sanse andre Obia shebi. We must so Obia she goes to draw so akese na nketwa na Napoli ni Interbo. And only be brave watching I remember my quino. That jagway, the conversation about the Ballon d'Or, no sooner than and now you buy, and you can see a touching young and no better to later. You can't want some idea. Any producers now, banner inside the game. Must also subscribe here, you subscription button. I don't know so when you buy, I can clean when you have family say, you have a tomb. Of course, my name is Pascal Yaba. Evans Kwabra upon the sports cardinal and Mr. Oswin Ajay Kwache and so ever hanamo yede and someone ever. But for Mama Kwaba.
Eko, yeah, Joso.
Bibia Koye,
Bibia did
the radiasi, the radiasi, Bibia Ekoye. Memo Bia 1 minute, no mamma preamble, and Sania Quenim. Evans Mr. Tefus, then I'll chassis or preamble, and Sana Mabisa first question and a topic to be discussing.
The owners of Manchester United are actually shooting themselves to the foot. Because, yes, Because they know it.
Shooting two.
Oh.
And they are not shooting in.
They're shooting two.
Yeah.
In fact, it will pass through the inside.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
As they are shooting from outside,
yeah,
it will pass through the inside
yeah.
And then cause havoc.
Yeah.
And then, more big competitions like this, knowing well, say no, Manchester United that club that competes with these big guns in Europe. The Real Madrid, talk of the Bayern Munich, talk of the Juves, talk of all the AC Milan. I mean, the big guns, as we will say, our money ball Europe. When was the last time Manchester United won a trophy, which is a major European competition? That was 2017.
Oh, my bread.
You say Mario dos Santos Alessandro Mourinho, and the Moji, that particular trophy, no, never been new trophy cabinet. And after Mourinho be a quino, 2021, you got the opportunity against BRL. Only gonna associate when to me and yes, I didn't know. And this time with Ruben Amorim, or that I mean, fine records in terms of Europe. Already all the sporting CP as of the time I know about Pimu and so Makache from sporting CP. No, 11 games are ball. Nani no why they well used to be. He was having 100% record. No, winning na. Uko Remo Europa 3 matches and before so bebano. No abo. Even Manchester City, I am City rivals. No match or match shomo. Abra no beba. So when he knew that coach, what bano? Nka Eric Odi na esen komo ye. Sen komo timi an attacker. Utimi say na no ehia you ewem winter transfer no. Because Rasmus Hojlund ban now buy no. Clearly Abrante ni huso. Enra Manchester Manchester United. And I mean this is Enra Manchester United. Woman timi age you can say Europa League upon all the incursions chances in way create say they didn't have a goal poacher, a goal scorer, striker. I mean, out and out striker, clinical goal scorer. Now, go bet my demand because they need that thing. I said, so I'm dominating game. You know, I created big chances. They did it, but who was supposed to be inside the 18-yard box of Tottenham Hotspur? And then also, I'm a Mra and Postakoglu, over 100 game as manager for Tottenham Hotspur. Or they are back with them no.
Also, o preamble na fe yantin sikwanim.
Me fa ni fie.
Okay.
Me ba ni fie. Reason no a hiti pa. A hiti pa. The Ghana Premier League. Yes.
And Kotokone Gold Stars na ekowo.
Kotokone Gold Stars boss Sunday we. Nations and Heart of Lions. And so e Kumasi.
It's a small for na dey time bomu no.
Yeah, Dr. Kwame Sports Complex. Yeah. Aka 3 matches including this weekend. Aka 3 matches. Now points you know. Points gap on here 3 points.
Charlie.
From Nations or that's row. Any Kotokoda fourth and 3 points. Nations between Nations and Gold Stars second 1 point. 57, 56 points. And the race no I hot pa. Bibia betimiesi Ghana Premier League no. I do say they are bibia betimiesi. Especially when Kotoko there are 2 deciders coming up before the end of the season. Kotoko yencha no say Kotoko ni Gold Stars. Kotoko eko bibi any Gold Stars. Eda kwesi adai. Na friends and nations any Heart of Lions on also HAC on also Chelsea yeah but she for on also any abrepa on also Europa League in the ade ashe doctor ni munam so nim me battery no doctor we are doctor TD but the league no person na just say baby I we am na no baby we am no no also any be ko na ya ready be through aba. Yeah.
Wow. And the say, now you fan fit Tottenham Hotspur. Now, European trophy the can ye park am yensan ye. One mo GPL che. Ache 19 mo kojometma hwe. Ache ye. And here they are. Interestingly, Ange Postecoglou, the second season the FA okay bum.
Yeah.
They always for the bum and bum. And in this video, me the bema and producers now more they are to so na mahwe. Yeah, the winner and our winners are to na kita drink be na no say no hwene din no a wo so it was a small west. I catch them some magic. Munyam for me. No anom ba. O say waje. It is not na be bomb ba so ma bremu ye. United in recent times, we can't the last finals on Mako finals be the ho.
Yeah.
Emu ba ku pepe ati Mourinho de na ojima omo a.
And America no.
Anyo
2021 say o man team anye and even Champions League final ko bi how was it? 2000
since 2009.
Yeah.
It's United that bought 6 European finals Oma lose emu.
It took Mourinho, an experienced Mourinho.
And they told me, and said this was a trophy. No, because I knew trophy cabinet. It had to take the special one and sign on Mutimiji. Eriku.
Wow.
Real Madrid father or some sort of empathy with the man.
Real Madrid. I was United there.
No, 6 finals. Now winning back. It tells you the level of
Alex
United
took
now.
a loss from
Of course.
United.
Yeah.
And I think the success is a buy, you know. Well, I don't know what happened, but I think Mourinho was going to be that man. But
yes.
Charlie Anshed.
Because
no,
Nitina idea no na make us o manya abotra ma no go oni se Mourinho no on say na ye ka and Postecoglou o say the second bia o dey
oje
na onim say you say Mourinho so wo sam ye di na chi so on so kowura mu an test bia on so asembesi oni players be nya kasa
ba nya abotra ma
onya abotra ne wonne because ono dey timi jibi ma wo trophy na oni bi na ye be ka say
na no mo an prayer ka Mourinho beje trophy
oh beje trophy mo league cup na 2007
do okoje ni
when the Ramos ejide mo asin dem afei no ma be 17 years now na nka yo say Mourinho be ye bi we yo say Mourinho akofo na o so 18 ade be cha mo akobo ya ono ye ne drawing ayi check say player we be kwa
akobaje
ade a friend say I'm sorry to this there be no him say o TV so onu nya we oni aka che say ya body na sutu kwa na other friend to say
Daniel Levy
or Hadrin
me so paparazzi chem bia all the
paparazzi azeje
say prepare mind
and paparazzi no
sana ya e kan prepare mind
paparazzi picture obi on pictures ni ade
no as in the buying of players purchases on paparazzi in terms of football.
No, but on the day, I feel United did so well.
Yeah.
But I'm with my boss. I don't know how mono league. Going on beating till now.
Eric, is he?
And in the game, woman go when man crowd.
Final game. Yeah, the fata.
Okay.
The fata no. SL the ball no but back of the net. And no.
And yes, I may try me boy.
Ball the on the day we can argue tactically, technically. Spurs was good. Wow. Good, yes. They were good. I'm plan almost game planning United were perfectly. Yes. Started United took the game to them. And so 15 minutes they warmed themselves into the game. They also took it to Manchester United. Now Manchester no, all right, Manchester this season domestically omo so defense side biana defensive side biana mo yes. Against Manchester City, Ahmed Diallo, Dakotum it yard because a certain Pep Guardiola structure no, the team set up no, and yet defensive nature by nature. Yes, they open up. Into Mushia size, open up, no body attacking no ya koye mo. Now they have found room spaces no. Now Mushia well driven defense lines no yet tight. I mean, for them mo kwanya. Ideas no na sa. Ideas na sa. I want pass born around sa Bruno nam sa wingers no three back no mo born. Amorim three back no born. Enya su players new. Ayo Kenya su players ni. Ejuma Amorim a Sporting CP no. The type of wingers the defense line three back no. The man the money omo any
we high to me yet.
That be Maguire mo ejuma no also onya quality also onya quality. Quality above the Ahmed Diallo, quality above I mean the three system no this year no. You got it still you got it
I know Ugati.
Yes.
Ugati.
You do ye internal way efonomo. Bond no boni nyina. Enti United typical United team. Enti me you anu a the entire want to be Premier League ball boy no want to be mono because who share Fulham. Crystal Palace, Brentford, Bournemouth.
Ipswich Town.
Yes, a low block sites. Ono be ball what can it to atrum. The open yako. Ushia Liverpool is open. You defend it. Ubi be ball attacking. on my exploit spaces no on my she be ya bodro na mani age ya bom abaso Man City on my ko wini itia na bom abaso Chelsea 1-0 obi na atom na no ya de but ushia nkitin ni we no mo yes almost to a defensive winning na United and one they run off
so Tottenham deserve to win
of course I say sebi utimi for etimi wa
rock up for about
sir on my bot 3 and one 4 games including I don't know about 4 games the same and Postecoglou 4 games against Amorim untimi no and on the day on the final na make say yeah dey hia and dey fatal on the final no the game plan no then or Sunday ball no
wow
Carabao Cup 4-3 friends Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 4-3 and I'm 4-3 league the first leg that they played in Old Trafford
3-0
was 3-0 came from Omoba back return leg 1-0
Charlie
one go and no na nyame mo analysis and we for year na United na or no more for Champions League am so boa adwuma no anye adwuma na adwuma no obetimi otimi no star bia bi
wow star bia bi
oh yeah they play to star bia bi
oh brother Nyankopon
fan left right center star
we abo
oh
Evan I know Rahul
see not that team I say
it's well
I say Ajege fanya hwibiem
Charlie
Eriko
I'm forced to Onana is to blame
yes he's part he's part
oh but he tried to twin him one boy
no Onana to the bia you are also you are oprege bi minim oprege mo kan oprega but oprega no oprege em say nyina the same thing
I say oprege ne be advance
oprega
yes pro max bi
oprega oba
na be man
oprega
okay
difference no
also na kan one factor ama game no yenku say Tottenham must be winning but me during my analysis of this game because say be travel to extra time be travel to penalty shootouts I was looking for say Manchester United ebetimi I champions of the Europa League because though about the Europa no Tottenham must were experiencing the Manchester United a fact because after 1974 moji winning the last one 1984 anra omasamba beje for the third time no we be everywhere we are talking about Manchester United this season how many Tottenham must be nyina nko ye mo Premier League ni mu and now we are talking about the 16th place team or Premier League log no so or then the 17th team na ebo but 17th time no the 3 meetings are no machine ya no I no abono eti ho na osu asem na all can be say tactically owura ne didi Ange Postecoglou actually Oshia Ruben Amorim with a kind of system obo which is the 3-4-2 and the one formation no definitely obebono and ampa no yes we say obono not because of Serbia or dominating game no it was rather Ruben Amorim who dominated the game. Look at the way almost starting initiating attack from the back having a ball kicking goalkeeper Sabi Onana no nye player bi anase goalkeeper abeka say onim say esi ball no a good passer of the ball or a good kicker of the ball or boama attack no wo me initiative for chiro and then baba be di Amad Diallo look at what Amad Diallo no try yesterday game no Patrick Dogu you saw from the left side of attack as a wing back or yes or your cross bia na nsara nyere and tanya successful but later he reverted to the way na approach no e boy so the be ko duru you can say line no and we say we try the abam and then we do na problem no kese ni nyina the connector the one who is going to connect the ball then cut out in me say and no match now Manchester United boy no one problem ni nyina no agina that particular system now omo ball and it's so many striker no because if they had striker definitely they will score goals Manchester United ball 16 shots the goal game na boy no Tottenham was winning here no about 3. But on target, you know, Manchester United is also on 6. We are talking about we are on 1 pay. One. So Eriko, it should tell you for sure.
Or find another strategy in
what you say the strategy so over bad you know at the end of the day a passive ball sequence of passes what you say progressive ball no transition is smooth but baby at the end come by midfield hono. That midfield battle after Cinema United are dominating more often. In fact, getting to the end, like I said, the eve of the first half. Now, Omoko Tena Oma Bon Bruno Fernandes, who was not getting anybody in the midfield there. So Albemano. Ebia na china na nka obeka so de wa akoma Casemiro. But honestly, I said that we are transitioning forward. And I know why not to give it to either Amad Diallo or no Messi Mount. Messi Mount. No, it is not Nizama's right in the bottom man. And Bruno Fernandes. And now it was Amad Diallo and so the right side who Messi Mount. And now Rasmus Hollande so side they are dropping their back. So either one of them now the be man no. Now I can say Udogie ne Pape Matassa and so no the Eranico. And then there's this other that midfielder and also body man Thomas ba almost why they are blocking Bissouma. And so mra Udogie ball na ko di Bissouma wa no je mudi ma Pape Matassa and I need in swing cross on here at that time Erico, now only 2 defenders of Manchester United. That 3 back in Omobono, Maguire was nowhere to be found. It was only Luke Shaw and that of Patrick Dogu. With goalkeeper Andrew Onana. And if you look at the position now, Onana, time na ball no banner. You ask yourself, say, is he really a top-notch goalkeeper? The Onana we knew at Inter Nana. And Onana, somebody be soon the Chiana. Said 3 finals in here. Who don't even give that? Recent one 2023 UEFA Champions League final. Onana Koye and to say Yana Rodri. Hey, him. No, I show.
Long drive.
So this time we am a mistake. I was saying coach football money. Sadina Brennan Johnson. Etimi ya odi share no. I feel now about 30. Over 30. Over there. And
Onana goalkeeper.
He says goalkeeper. Me brand goalkeeper. Me brand not say Thomas Nkono.
But ona ka odem a bayi ni yesterday. I go now we goalkeeper there chere mo anu. Yeah.
Onana.
Well, carpet. Yeah, that be carpet yeah, no carpet ne so.
Aso ye. What I said?
But oye late what content no oye late tin about on tom no.
E jani position no.
I was like positioning. Yeah, first pool on the 2 year.
Yeah, the ball not to first pool.
I was Ben first pool. I think it was not.
But I'll dive on
yes, and I dive like a cat.
Yeah.
But Onana
Thomas
like a
Thomas Nkono.
Yeah, you dive.
I dive. And so that should tell you, so goalkeeper all disappointed here. And Manchester United system, no, and Mara, omunya chance, no, big chances to create here. They created no less than 4 big chances. But women create no big chance to create here. Me so on target, no, omunya just 1 shot on target. That is the goal. Timinya, no. And was it a shot? Say, yeah, Timmy ball, a chance in the body more, and they utilize it. By the way, it is just exibem. A buy no crumples at them now, by when Tiame who. A Ganacho Subemua, then he bring some bit Marco or ball shot to Bakubi, Uncle Baby. So Manchester United, truly, Amorim, no, one of the best gaffers we have for now in Europe. But tennis, he need materials.
And he said, United and Penny Force to say he's not a man. And that they need somebody else or China or resign without taking.
Yes.
But you guys think he's the man for the job. You think he can do
it? Yeah, he can do it.
He needs he said a man of him next season.
Sir, baby.
Marketing move.
Me say Manchester United.
Manchester team no. Maybe a Manchester United team no on 16th position. And they don't belong there. They don't belong there.
And
that's the worst.
And no loss near 31 losses.
I'm concede in the first. Yes. And
my cousin mama players BS. Yeah, papa mo di United history mo ehwan mo no. That team we hwan mo na non negotiable so mo fit him mo. If you guys have if you can bring out a team on your phones.
We there me
go United that.
Me of YB or Madrid YB experience YB. Casemiro on training. On training.
Experience is so here.
On man kola no Kobe Mino on let them step up. Man kola no Lindelof.
Johnny Evans onko.
Omo ye den.
Ericsson ko. In fact, omo
utu dia na man
because Carlos Enrique Casemiro.
Utu dia.
Me kapa na wa kan ko. Casemiro
ko.
Johnny Evans.
Ko.
Yeah, me name no but ko. Victor Lindelof.
Ko.
Christian Eriksen.
Ko.
And then Uko Remua, there is this player.
Lindelof were bad, sir. Lindelof were bad, sir.
Baby, I do know Aquanomwa. But you see, Matthias de Ligt.
And look so Jenny Brown.
Look so Christ Oko. Go like no.
Hey, you know, when he's on top form, he's one of their best too.
Ambo. Look so yeah.
Saying pra.
No, try to come to
one more Messi Mountain or
top Boba.
Now, only mistake Amorim Sam Garnacho in this competition
he's been
has shown that. And see, Major Wame say, I say, or you know, wild card. Sometimes coaches take risks. And see, me need wild card and now playing as a wild card. And because it's a final game.
I'm gonna try better.
It's a final game, so you present your best squad. Yes.
But you have to also go in. You have to go in with a strategy too.
Strategy. Osha Angia, and Richarlison on the pitch, no. And yes, BBS Richarlison. Omani row.
A distraction.
Omani row.
Or be hard in keke.
Pressure na Ahmed Diallo. Edema Udogi no. One Richarlison that area. Or utilize that danger ne winning. It's a final.
And Obama Ahmed Diallo crosses the yellow card.
Forget. Forget. Frustrate you. Oh yeah, we are not the song you mean about Moko HD. I know we no come on.
Wow.
United
Onana.
Almost sitting low.
On the crowd is so cool because you see, I'm goalkeeper back no am fan buy a friend boy in there. So goalkeeper Onana there no a bit on say
buy
in there.
System Amorim both is no. Pressure no midfield in the definitely pressure by defense so and keep the world best keeper grab or be considered in this current United squad.
Concession also thought be how I'll be considered. One mistake to be
I agree. Onana hasn't been and Onana has been very poor. And then mistakes and Kolan mistakes. Improvement beyond the but yes, midfield on yes. Now, I mean, you always will get the best of him. Even though Diagro,
and now we have competition.
And I'm about to say, former Manchester United players, you know, the Gary Neville's talk of the Winnipeg. They said it last season. Room say he need a tough competition because Abraham check. He goes so consider last season. 64 goals. 64 in the Premier League. Aden goalkeeper otena se onkwa goals eduonu eduasa eduanan eduonum eduosia and 9 make aden eti e ka so obehia competition say be ya obe up to task but bizarre so omkofa by in there no free take buy no but in there so betima man start top competition na personally I see they need that Kizuki and answer Ghana near of Japan.
Oh, Pama.
Yes, that
solid goalkeeper.
Oh, a solid goalkeeper.
Suzuki, yeah.
Suzuki.
Solid goalkeeper. Yeah.
That goalkeeper, no.
Solid goalkeeper.
Onana to the Obetuno. Hey, it's only there. Onana be opportunity. Be Africa be. Kodem Onana kobe bi kakra no. Be hu ani bra ode be bobo no.
When the competition comes.
Yes.
So okay, David Raya and Ramsdale dey be. Because when you say challenge nipa no team no get Raya say po imagine. Gidi.
Sana dey tie. Tie say ni no otimi nya bi. But Eriko, the thing say Manchester United, they were in fact they were bad losers.
Okay.
On the day, the only thing I ever bomb so coach on your bad. You know how or dominate.
I think next season if they are intelligent in the market.
What you say?
And after the game, I said this could be a blessing in disguise. Why? Because he's not going to be thinking about other competitions, extra competitions. The Obayane say or about the local competitions.
The UEFA Cup.
In a week, a bit more planning for the following weekend. Yeah, not thinking about a Thursday night football or a Wednesday night football. Yeah, be and also be something a bit more one minute machine team. Well, you ever heard how that?
Assignment Hawaii no. Buano na Irano. Sabi Irano. On to twice.
But from his interviews, I feel from the interviews, yes.
16 position.
That is United for you.
And yet, say Leicester mo, any Southampton mo, Eddie can switch mo call Eddie can and yes, that's how critical. That's how big the problem is. The problem is a big problem.
And he came halfway season. Let's not forget. Season started, he wasn't with them.
So let's see how he starts. Next season.
Buy na amfa now you know says I 3-4-2-1 formation no Premier League no sana some players no materials at his disposal right now no they can't help him
so buy means na odu we no so sana
yes signing
kono on sana
nemfa
wow sana pena win
for back no
na win is
yeah so we are no come market on copy players in terms of the defense omo ma injury prone because look Sananka omo play or say Argentina ni Sananka or I think Sanko
Martinez
yes Lisandro Martinez
ono so pra na
ba be having Sanko omo nyina ho ebia na ke be fa wo akiro because most of them were not mindful Lenny Euro or coin anymore on found my but it had to take maybe Patrick Dogua or no moment about a ring back, no about and then look show moment another day or mindful kakra. So a Chelsea will be here materials in terms of the back line on Baba Buano next season, and then in the midfield, no, he may need 1 or 2 additions, most especially the attacking third where they need a goal poacher. Manchester in that time say Omo BBA, they can choose Omo BBA for other departments, but some market. Uncle fast striker is with a deadly attacker. All bet to have more goal in the Premier League. And then Ruben Amorim better, but still in Guasiano. About
if you're in Copium, where also, here can a say England one, a big area. My minimum prediction on that one because before our next episode now, bought the final of the Conference League. Yeah. Chelsea Betis, who stands a better chance. Because so Chelsea is also inform us also mean uniform is ye papa. Who Chelsea form this year, papa. But this is the final. Just do the who here the Sefata you know what is needed, what is important, and win it. Betis so this season or 4 when you're bad, what mean I choke some results because Spanish League anymore another and Manuel Pellegrini is working. He's working papa and you're bad. Yeah, but it doesn't look like a walkover game for Chelsea at all. I feel Chelsea has a lot of work to do to be able to go over this.
Yeah, Erico. I'm here, Doma. Who's your first rough floor on our day? Bo. And I'm here at Poland. Next week, Wednesday. That game in the battle between Manuel Pellegrini and that of Enzo Maresca. Penny. Betis, coach no experience, but then the club now, Obabi Shano. And so I say this season of Conference League, this is Farmers League.
Correct.
One club, aside Champions League, no, anytime all board this lower tier major European competitions, you know, yana or having anytime will be biano, so timid. And it happened after 2012, normally defending champions of the UCL, and you know, 2013 season, yeah, but normal Amsterdam farmer during the group stages, you know, Europa League, you know, with Rafael Benitez. Omutim Bomode Edgy Europa League from SL Benfica. 2019 with that is Sarri Mauricio Sarri, the originator of Sarri ball. So sa Arsenal chomo 4-1 and so Baku Azerbaijan. It tells you say about this competition Chelsea could run for Niagro. Chelsea owners now says you more. Those days now Roman Akadevich Abramovich ono. Now the kind of motivation a players during competition be say no now also other than Todd Boyle name that by more clearly consortium on time. But one thing I mean say Chelsea actually prefer so a better team in terms of their domestic league than Betis. As of now, Chelsea or Aquina say you see the standings as of now or also fifth. And then I thought I must be about what I qualify
the 16.
It's on Baba the 16 on Baba Kopimu and so if all things been equal. But don't forget, and so as your 7th position and I'll be now Betisa or so Europa. Per the way I stand in the city of La Liga anymore. And Chelsea, we had the number of wins during their en route to air final. Or to compare Betis there, it tells you say, and even the number of goals from the attackers, normally the midfielders or Mutimibua goals now. Chelsea have upper hand. Said this game on Betis.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking at say for the first time they are going to meet in Europe. Between Betis and kind of say Chelsea, you know, and they check the knockout stages. Baba Shemu, Chelsea there. Now I saw Timiche kind of saying Tim Lucra did this saying Joe Garden who said Joe Garden and Shedanye and Betis also Fiorentina and nobody to look at the kind of competition no more 2-2, 2-1. I think Chelsea they are going to do the do and Enyami Wawa say whoever says Enzo Maresca or just a trophy we number for Ginaso Eka say be on back also a target man at the Amano say be next season in the Champions League window but Wednesday no I see Betis obey two wingers and they are disturbing Chelsea. But Chelsea have the ability to do the do because about the defensive back line, that is where Omeya suspect. Omechi I don't see Chelsea Obeko game won't concede. Chelsea be concede.
Bob
Tottenham. But Chelsea Robert Sanchez you so you
almost more goalkeeping problem.
December United. So I see them conceding just that Chelsea, the Nicholas Jacksons, the Cole Palmers, they are going to do. I mean, you have the players, your Nkunku and others.
Well, let's see how.
They are going to do it.
Yeah. Now, also take Chelsea to get over this.
Debbie, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think that test way a very proper test for Chelsea. Then I come that kind of be on them. 10 Joe Garden, friends, Greece, Afeina, you know. No other person than Manuel Pellegrini. He's seen it all. Experience as a team Nikitano.
Anthony are finding a form of home.
Good.
We are saying you baby.
We have good old Mark Bartra, former Barcelona Mark Bartra Nathan for South Central Defense in the more thing. On the other much Adrian. Former Liverpool goalkeeper Adrian. YJ Champions League, YJ Super Cup, and not that. Yes. And the team know the Pablo finals now West Ham.
It's cool.
Good old Lesoso. As against Chelsea midfield. Yeah, Enzo, I'm not to write off Enzo Fernandez. They've been fantastic this season, but I think this test will be massive for them. Yes, to overcome Betis team at that hono. Can you say omone Florentina match na omone semi finally na form. So follow game na form. Yes. Home and away na ties na very very difficult for them. But omo team here the fatal is here no omo into the final.
Wow.
Chelsea Enzo Maresca. Baby of course. Experience in the competition. Because of the teams. Was team exactly. But Betis sit on the table in the Spanish La Liga. I think Chelsea is also fit or safe. And the
Betis is 6 and Chelsea fit.
Chelsea fit. And what they know in Cheddar New but ways are not you character. And these players I've mentioned, they've seen it all. And this Betis squad,
because Betis squad, don't you bad?
Yes. Squad.
More squad. Isco is at Betis.
Experience. He's won the Champions League.
Isco is the captain. Isco is the captain. He's seen that they are going to play against Chelsea. Adebayo friends.
No matter how Kopama,
no, not Badiashile.
No matter
Adebayo and friends saying Chaloba and English boy, solid player.
But also
solid.
So no matter how Kopama
away from them.
No matter how Kopama more, names are Bob Boy and names who have been in there. They've been here. I mean, Yahoo.
Levi Kowa.
Solid.
It's going to be a nice game. Also, Betis.
Betis slightly ahead of Chelsea in this encounter.
We are talking about a team. In the last 5 matches, apart from that win, Espanyol 2-1 away. Yakanina, Wamadro Lusu. Only a Fiorentina.
But we also look at their maybe their position was cemented.
Omni Osasuna.
Liga now can
Omni Mayoka.
No, but then when you conversation will come in. This is Europe.
Europe final no one game.
This is Europe. It doesn't come in.
Because I say Tottenham
Spurs
17th and friends and 16th. They don't even deserve to be final. The worst ever final boy in this Europe.
But they give us a show.
And they are born and run.
They give us
a show.
I think say Chelsea will be 1 game and Sana game we Abaso.
Sunday.
Chelsea, yes.
Of course, it is on Wednesday. So
not for us. The results in that game can also have impact on their performance or Betis game. So I'll still tip Chelsea. They are going to emerge champions of the Conference League. Looking at the previous records when they go to finals of this nature.
Well, I'll share inside the game live. And so ya tia simu aka mapani ya ko Italy sisi ya ko hwesa na Italy ya so si ya ko and last time yeah predictions bi wanum games on boy ni nyina so no akwa draw. Now it is going down the wire. Is it Inter? And I said ebe Napoli. Now Inter also wo ye nyina no na dream back so Champions League final ne ho. Na no sa breye but na just say was Champions League final to the squad ben age mu o jamu o just say wait match double ne ade. You are not also guaranteed it's a final over to me. They're not predicted. Or predicted say on be winning game no.
Because say Inter be win na game no akwa draw or lose for Napoli.
I'm fat.
Oh, but a draw.
No, but I say win no near. No win no be about
draw. But you see, I remember what minimum say. Now some people are saying say, we are in the Simone Inzaghi about prioritizing Champions League.
Yeah,
we know. I'm gonna say Debbie. They are the defending champions. So going to this particular game, I know Lazio Kobono. They know Lazio for betting harding. And if not because of a penalty,
no more deal.
No game no more and referee decision and a quality omo. That penalty no, me it was too soft for me.
But it was right.
Yeah. Now I with that for the Lautaro Martinez the year. Ba ku ya okoye de 9 onkai. Amboji. Ebia na eduru ambo share adekoye because inside the year akwana nsa sukwa mpo san ebo no te say on person nsa be but because of so we say nti you say o yaje penalty dey ati omo and the man dey be 2-2 had Inter won that particular game can the changes be back for now omo game na kan komo
we komo we na Cagliari
komo so a team our hard game
stubborn
yeah. This season me no case say 10 no say saying I'm told to do 49 points but this is a game one game before the game. 1 game before the game, because the game and the Champions League. So, come on game, you know. As a some sort of preparatory training game for Inter boys, you know. Misai injuries. I bet me a free game more about there. Eriko, with the players, already did this one in Zagi. Our Pena, so base, you know. Definitely going to be a win for them. And this is the time, Bobo Conference in Napoli, and so game, you know. Also see a rest assured say. Or kwakọbọ edetia one team also hard at this juncture so ka so jeja ne ho a emu be de ne so Napoli so be ko game ni so be win
so we Cagliari we Como
what I say Cagliari culture for no me won am say the last day yebo game no om form na om di wura mu no ade ba ko hard
ba itira ede o
2 matches and Napoli about draw and akofo so na om win 3-0 against Venezia so they are also poised
Cagliari
culture. So going to this game, they also poised. No, they have to do whatever it takes. 14 position. 14 position. Listen, out of the game, Napoli for Omar 6 goals in their last 5 games. Omar keep the most clean sheets in the league with no goalkeeper no. Napoli. That is a merit. And then Oko Remua Eriko. Napoli for Ominyan lose to Cagliari in their last 8 meetings. Omar winning 5 and Omar draw 3. Now Oko Remua Cagliari culture. I'm also the Omar 8 goals in their last 5 matches as compared to when we did 6. Napoli, no.
No, but maybe we look at what is at stake. Cagliari might have done all that, but what is at stake now is winning the trophy. I mean, yeah.
And I make a say, hold on, you know, because they have some 2 guys. Leonardo Pavoletti, he has the most shots on target per match.
Maybe the 2 of them will
that guy, yeah.
Napoli
Cagliari catch you. This game. On bet to have Kosovo game bet to my say win or draw for Cagliari.
Hey,
tie Cagliari catch you. Only one more bright team say Tommaso Ogello. Ranked second about big chance creation in the competition. 13. This game against Napoli, they know say so to me ball money here. When you come on ebo, Fabregas team no Inter best show mo. And so nya nkofo so mo beat o man on game pipe draw. It tells you say Inter kweden. Akwa giti nyame ya adom a. Kwamana me kan inside the game so say Inter ebe left Serie A table no Antonio Conte then who nyina be say
right Oswin
menka
Antonio Cavalieri Conte Conte Peria you run a track record when it matters
he's a winner
anytime I matter say I was say otimi e hye ne ho animonyam no he rises above and do it. You see, Naples, Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Obon the last game against Cagliari. Well, with all the friends and starting, we are players. I mean, this is Antonio Conte will be going. I expect him to go for the kill because 1 point. I mean, they have their own destiny in their own hands. So but now Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, Naples, and disappoint millions of friends and Napoli fans. I don't see it happening at all. One point lead. And then you say, I mean, Conte be ever. Oh, Conte.
But is Inter ball away? No, maybe have effect on this.
Yes, Como is one stubborn team. Fabregas this season. Watch how much they are always scoring. And today, 0.5 Como. When you be on a partner, 0. They are scoring. Very good form, fine form when it comes to scoring. Now, Petre the one goal, one can't share one goal. Now, for Inter, for the that's na Conte the cockra because is he Raspadori, Politano, McTominay, Bill Gilmore. I expect these guys to step up on Sunday and win the Scudetto for Antonio Conte. What I say? Conte was 3 times in Juventus, Abeji went Inter Milan, and Napoli time. Kenako, Napoli time. Conte no Kenako time and only excuse via the 1 point now or no. Edako said no. Here no Martin Jeffrey Inter was slim, almost slim chance because it's 1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
Wow.
Inter, Simone Inzaghi so I mean, team that competed very well, Champions League or final, on focus on the final against PSG. That 31st. Now on preparatory.
One catch any bend.
Preparatory.
Another league is good to us all. On focus war Champions League. Now Champions League one catch guarantee.
Now why not? Why not be winning 1 point? Last game alternate fee. Now you are Netherlands. Diego Armando Netherlands.
Yes.
Maradona. Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, Naples.
Well.
I don't see it happening.
Inter are going to lift it because they were leading.
Napoli.
Due to the attention and our Champions League. This time they are coming back and they are going to defend it back to back for Inter. And Simone Inzaghi, we will all be here. We will see how joyous he will become. Why one coach?
Inter, they had everything to win that game. Yes. I don't want to win. When Napoli was
they took the lead at the point.
Draw. I mean that ball.
Win and go.
Handball.
And go winning and say winning
that handball became the Achilles heel of Inter.
And when you see, because time now, but before we there's now confirmed 28 titles in 13 years. It is now official. Luka Modric is leaving Real Madrid at the end of the Club World Cup.
Wow.
What a career.
What a career.
Chile.
Envious.
Na kono ko kwanya ye mu onya ko san tran wan ye. And I'm saying na cha. Croatia for na san friend no.
Go Croatia.
What a player.
Or a leader. Or a captain.
No,
or a legend.
No, legend.
Luka Modric. Like Hurricane.
Oh.
Enso no. Say di achira. Obet na Daniel Levy was manko.
Only Gareth Bale.
Only Gareth from Bale. But you see, sometimes leaving your comfort zone, no, and then my WhatsApp now can you say, you baby, I think. Modric, last time the Jana also, there was no better club than Real Madrid.
We said the first season, so them phone
people were not understanding that environmental adaptation, that's very necessary.
What is it?
What penny dues to the Los Blancos Bobo Kono? It's a being the most successful player in terms of trophies won or club
28 titles.
I mean, and this Club World Cup here, the leadership will count. And after that, I'm pretty sure, sir, Florentino Perez Rodriguez, they will honor him for the good service or the ababema womo were paying dues why are there all this while this then more baby roaming to coach na begging back to back and then unya Carlo Ancelotti begging 2 times. One of the main architects who says it was Luka Modric, Ronaldo Mujawako, any other this Casemiro. One player or a lawyer to Real Madrid was this player. And Mra ne okunu ye den Emma Sergio Ramos Garcia Gamas Maija and Kwamo Koye the Casemiro's who live one player ne about 50 no or we saw the leadership no ebe bomo at some point in time not a bench warmer but the do be as okunu mo edina obamua utim so be stabilizing him and now 2020 year final year boy we all saw that the Nachi pass so Luka Modric or Kwa he deserved to be honored by Real Madrid. I mean, arguably the most successful club in the world football history. So, the most successful club in terms of trophies won in their history.
Luka Modric. I mean, fantastic. Midfield general power. It's here, wishing well. With him, so I saw Kofa the Hoko Kakra.
5 Champions League trophies. 5.
The man. Captain of Real Madrid.
I think only Toni Kroos was the same number. 5 Champions League titles. And 3 La Liga.
Real Madrid got 3 no kaho.
Alonso teammate.
One of the quotes na nankaja. No pressure no muzi na na wabre. Kona nkwala ne mobi. Cause anta out bench na nkwala ne boss pressure. Pressure.
There you go.
They are can Madrid. I mean, being a good replacement because Toni Kroos, every mono. Yung Sinto Stellano team no lucky.
Well, the team is active or market win.
Market. But they have to be, especially when I know sir Bellingham. I mean, just underwent surgery. He's not going to be available beginning of the season. There's a club World Cup available. And you know that I mean part of the squad so much we they have to beef up that and just man start here on say
but you see
beef up
baby manager say Luka Modric ye jano kwan okọ even as of now say
it's on club World Cup
after club
World Cup no be ko baby adu no e so ultimate ko na na sum do no do you know why
you live when the applause are always
politics about player wa ba be coach na oba na oni teammate bia ba adwuma na ye hu bebre Real Madrid bi sie ye hu bi ku ambo Obasa na dey na Xavi Hernandez ni Piqué Gerard Piqué mu ansie e ho na be cho say Piqué no ma sa bibia no osika ukọ tennis mu a o say e ba the Barca bobo ko na onka de omo ni omo social no wan eti eduru ho a e se okọ Luka Modric ne bra wa bo o Real Madrid no nya fe na Xabi Alonso ba be ne yes amasa okwa na at least
in the World Cup.
What you say?
Winning the FIFA best, winning the Ballon d'Or.
What you say? There's a player Croatia. That was Suka. Our ball was Croatia. Oje World Cup. Oje Ballon d'Or. Oje FIFA way. One team but this man he led them to the final. That was Suka the semi-final. This is the man who led them to the final. And aside the final, and Obama you say yes, he's the best player. Like showcase. What you say? It's at the end of the year or it's in the right order. Uncle not assume team now whoever says Xabi Alonso be final. He may need his squad. Out don't be Juma. So Alexander Arnold coming then Hoyson and so bad. They may need midfielders. Obi Abaka so a defensive midfielder like holding midfielder. They need one. They also need a more progressor. Baku and some another attacker. The Ababe the Hendrik, the Goulash, the Rodrigo Vinicius, and that of Mbappe. Before I said Bellingham recover, no about. So I think it's in the right order for Real Madrid to let him go.
Transfer don't know about Madrid and Abre and how it goes. I'm going to say sign papa, and then young guys think bum. Young guys thinking Florentino Perez not doing yet Juma Bruta. Okay, so better player na man aboard in. You say yeah. The mother club no buyback clause. I say buyback clause ne boy nyade. No, I think mother club no check kofana. So mother club no kofana no be fun cheap. Yeah. The over 100. Mother club no our option so better the 60. I say kofano. Cotton season about 2070. Quite me a business, but we see how it goes. Yamra Fiansani Yako. Now the Ghanaian Premier League is on. They can't condi I didn't more day. The amount we can be interested in a straw for a massive bomb. A serious oh.
Yeah.
Kotoko Gold Stars. Who have been working on man say boom with Yati. That time nations also walk Heart of Lions. Charlie, weekend the bed.
Better pan.
Game no I ba be
Better.
koso no.
Rough.
Wrong. Me can straight. Game na be koso no. Kotoko win ya ma menyo wanwa. Go Carella crack win. Massive no ano. And I want to ask you.
Bacarella dear no so
Me say Kotoko win ya.
And I go start some person league nana.
As open so Jiliga, Carella.
Eriko.
Relegation threatening on our.
Kejuwa nankasa.
Yes.
Me say Kotoko win
Some
ya.
goals no money sense to attrema point no hold. You no lose yeah.
Enti na mom omja Carella.
Una Profoka.
Una okon be me ma say ma make as an analyst no. The make can say Kotoko win ya. Menyo obi bia won because Carella crack win. Carella crack or guso battle relegation. Or no crack win. Now say Kotoko. And I head to head.
Okay, the officials ni. Asante Kotoko be biani Gold Stars.
Yeah.
Nations ne Samatex.
Yeah.
Nations Samatex. Yes.
Our brankesi.
Enable. Nations ne Samatex mum enable. Now Young Apostles ne Heart of Lions. Yeah. That is how the officials ne etie. Inti uhwemudi na biani Asante Kotoko at that time na Lions a boy Young Apostles na Nations a boss Samatex.
It's a make a choice saying. Omeshia previously, Omeshia 7 times. Kotoko winning 4 and a 2 acquire draw and a Gold Stars for now winning just 1. Kotoko akwa moda. So me, I don't see the big deal here. Because don't forget, in you kind of saying last season, Premier League anymore. Kotoko home no ball 1-1. Anna omoko no Gold Stars winning 2-1. This season, in fact, that is last two seasons way back no. And the last season, Yankasa no Kotoko, about money winning 1-0 in the return encounter. This season, Omubo Fieno na Kotoko winning 2-0. So going there at this moment, I when him say so when here Bebuano, what you say? Check Nations FC, check Heart of Lions. Now check Bibian Gold Stars now. You can say see ya or not also 56-57. On bet my cast on renew, but game no, I don't see them say be on mum near winning. Kotoko so 9 or 54 points. In between them, no, and 3 points are now.
3 points.
It is on no Korea. Kotoko Babina say 57. Now, do you know the result that will happen between Samatex and Nations FC?
Where?
Nations FC, as of now, they need this particular game. Some person come Africa, so don't Ghana. Nations FC be here in their last 5 matches.
A favorable official against Samatex.
And almost you know, in the last 5 matches, who's on winning 4, no lose 1. That loss came against that is Bekum Chelsea. But then, me who said this is a game 2 teams here Kobui. 2 times how much 3 times how much when so called the Man Nations FC. And one akwa draw. And there are some matters akwa we need the two or that. So that game so Nations FC and just so Belusu. Nations FC doesn't look like a team where you ready to obey them.
Bakoroko goes as Bakubelusu.
Bakubelusu. Me who say draw.
And draw.
That game and draw. And Kotoko won't win here. Me say, my man because it will bring them to 57-57. Whilst Nations FC will go and there it means that you're close to Adiano. But a Heart of Lions and a bit more competition if that happens. Because as of now,
that's the last game.
Yes, Heart of Lions for no. There be say I got 3 matches. So you boy we got 2 matches. Got 2 matches. And Heart of Lions
our last game.
Charlie, like now, our bread them ka eto hadum no. On say na iti na ka to hadum say ke ni hu kakra. The day you near the adeno. It's ensure for your family. But those in charge of the league should do something. Once the man here, I want to find out last time. So when you see a woman, no more but who did you know? And Kola was a more episode with general matches. No, I something which is there. Look at the dinner mad on your day. So, but well, yeah, be say I dream here, but the company for fun. We can be a bit more creativity be around it.
So the prediction will be Heart of Lions to win or draw against Young Apostles. Kotoko to win or draw against BBN Gold Stars. Nations FC to win straight
against Nations.
Samatex, sorry. Yes. That is how it is. It's a bus up. No, for sure. Said Nations FC. They are going to Africa.
Wow, Mr. Kwache, thank you. And of course, Boss Cardinal, thank you. Also, our Hermit, thank you. Yeah, our producers, I see. Inside the Game is the name of a show. Mepacho previous editions be bro ha ebi e fa okon wan hwe ne ya send na ebi na first am subscribe ya subscribe my like or comment and so here because we go there and you share feedback bi or the my na be ma show na better na ya but na de Tottenham Hotspur kwaso omo ne yanom we dia momo cheers Tottenham Hotspur kedwa na ngasa ni Eric Asiedu Buadi cheers bye bye
The centre circle is